the family and to really get us motivated to go out from this weekend. How many of you guys got your karaoke voices ready? Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Yeah, I'm excited. So to keep it in the family, again, along with that story is I get to introduce my baby brother now. Somebody who I have really grown to love. Every morning I get a text from this man, and he doesn't know how much light he brings into my life each and every day. He's an inspiration. I know he champions those Saturday calls every day without fail, every Saturday, and he's a huge inspiration in my life. He's a leader in this company, a founding member, and somebody that took a leap of faith with this company before we even had our first product. So, without further ado, welcome the one and only Mr. Dennis Ligon!
Go Big D!
Thanks very much, and whoa! I don't know how many of you have been up here in this bright light. It's like one of the near-death experiences. You know, you're drawn to the light. There's Richard, there's Sue, Dave Webb. Just kidding. But anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to be here and give another round of applause to my lovely wife, Sue. The reason she can't wear those shoes is because she tumbled out of the bed this morning. And the reason she tumbled out of bed this morning, and it wasn't that good of a night. Okay. The reason she tumbled out of bed this morning was I woke her up with a nice little kiss on the cheek and said, BeneYou, you know, because it means better you. And so I was sitting up in bed and she's poking me going, love your gut, love your gut, love your gut. Not quite the same effect. So anyway, so she tried to get away, and so when she was coming off the bed, she kind of hit her toe. But in any case, you know, it's always nervous for me when I get up for these things. You know, it's just, for some reason, I get a little bit of anxiety. And so when we got our speaking list, I remember getting a phone call talking to Rachel. Rachel said, hey, when do you speak? I said, oh, I speak right after Kyle. And the one thing you love about the Jamberry ladies is they are honest. And she goes, oh? And I said, well, why do you say, oh? She said, oh, I mean, just saying, oh, that's interesting. Then you have Lisa. And Lisa said, when do you speak? And I said, oh, right after Kyle. She goes, what the hell? Who came up with that? What do you think? I said, it wasn't my idea. So anyway, so finally, before the end, got a call from Emily, and they said, hey, we put Sue is actually going to go before you. So I told Sue, I said, hey, you're going to be speaking in front of me now. She said, oh, okay. She said, who speaks before me? I said, I think they're doing announcements. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. So anyway, and those of you who saw me was in Nashville when I first met the Jamberry girls, you know, that was an amazing time for me. I told Sue, I said, these ladies are fantastic. You say, let me hear it. They give you a standing ovation. They're incredible. And you knew I was pretty obvious that I said I stumbled with a little bit of self-esteem problems, you know, back from, y'all heard the story from second grade when Sally Hester said I had a big head. And that stuff, you don't think a little comment like that in second grade or third grade means anything, but it stuck with me. You know, I'd have visions and dreams of big, you know, 18-wheeler trucks. I got my trucker friend here. 18-wheeler trucks go by with my hair on the side of it saying, you know, come see it alive, the head. And children under 12 not admitted. Things like this, you know. And so that stuck with me. And then, of course, you know, it kept going on. I married Sue. I remember on our honeymoon night, she said, well, at least you've got a big head. Okay, you got that good. So it's always been, you know, a little trauma. But I remember when I was asking Sue to marry me, and I was we were getting engaged, and I was going to ask her that night in front of 200 people. And my daughter says, I said, hey, Jordan, I'm going to ask Sue to marry me tonight. She says, in front of everybody. She said, well, what if she says no? I said, she's not going to say no. But what if she says no? I said, Jordan, in front of 200 people, I'm pretty sure she's going to say yes. I've thought this out. But what if she says no? I said, look, I got a big ring. She's going to love it. I'll be on my day, everything perfect. And my daughter was traumatized. Like, well, what else can you give her? You know, so luckily she said yes. And we journeyed on there, and you just heard her speak. She's an amazing cook. That's why she could poke my gut. And so certain outfits that I bought here I can't wear. And I was like, when she says you can have one, she said, they're not that fattening. And she meant you can have one, not one tray. But I do love her cooking. So what Ryan asked me to speak about real quickly was what we've gone through and where we're at, where we're going, basically. And when I remember January of 2017, sitting at a table with Richard and Mavis and other leaders, and we launched this company, how excited we were. We were fired up. We're 5 or 6 months into this thing, and then all of a sudden, we had these 298 founders, many who thought they wouldn't get rich quick. And all of a sudden, 5 or 6 months later, half of them are gone. What's even worse, the whole administration staff was gone. It was, all of a sudden, this big, large administration staff we had, let's see if my slides work here, was reduced down, y'all see this? Yeah, to Stephanie and Ryan.
Yep.
And Ryan had to be there. He was the CEO. Stephanie was like, I'll follow you anyway, Ryan. We still getting paid on Friday, though, right? And those two stuck it out. And then they were joined by Dave, Glenn, and the staff you see now. They started to rebuild this. But our first year was literally a struggle. It was like, are we going to make it or not? And this continued on to the second year, and the founders, the ones that hung in there, hung tight. We were just creeping along. We weren't hitting any kind of momentum. We were just creeping along, keeping the faith, trying to figure this thing out. About that time, we got a call that there's a chance to buy a company called Janberry. And there would have to be a lot of moving parts to this, and but it could possibly happen. So while this was going on, it was going up and down. I get a call from Ryan saying, hey, it's going to happen, and it wasn't going to happen. And headlines like this people started seeing. And at that point, we're sitting here tonight, like, we're sitting here today, everything's good. But during that day, it wasn't good. There were people in Janberry, I was watching, I got in somehow, hijacked their little Zoom chats. There's 16 little squares, and it's like you're looking at the Hollywood squares, except nobody's happy. And they're trying to motivate each other, and they're hanging there. And but it was kind of sad. And at this point, you're wondering, can we pull it off? Well, I want you to watch this little video I'll explain to you in just a second.
He landed in the fight. We've been looking for that all night. Oh, that's a nice uppercut that side. The drop spot for Douglas. The count's up to 2 and 3 and 4. His eyes from where I'm sitting are fairly clear. It's up to 7 and 8. And here it is at 9. Is he going to get up? Yes, he does. All right. And then comes the 8th round. What a round for Mike Tyson.
The countdown was on for Janberry. The countdown was on for him. Very well to be out of business. As you see right there, Buster Douglas got up on the count of 9. Barely made it up before the fight was over. What was interesting about that, the whole world expected that to happen. Nobody was surprised. I've never been surprised he lasted that long. But over in that other corner is a gentleman by the name of Mike Tyson, who at this point had knocked out 33 people in a row. When Mike Tyson knocked you down, no one ever got up until Buster Douglas. 1 round later, this happened.
He knocks him out. What happened?
Back in the field, doesn't have the good balance. His legs together as Buster's landing the nice uppercut by Buster Douglas. Look at that! He knocked Mike Tyson down! Woo! First time in his career, Mike Tyson hits the canvas. He's in big trouble. He may not be able to recover. It's up to 7 and 8. He's not gonna make it. Unbelievable! Buster Douglas is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
Wow.
Here's the most interesting part about that story. Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson, won the championship. Mike Tyson was 43-1 favorite going in that fight. Biggest underdog in the world ever in a heavyweight fight was Buster Douglas. And he won the fight. And people are like, well, it's amazing. But the great thing about Buster Douglas, he wasn't the greatest fighter. In fact, he lost his next fight and never held the championship again. But this image of him in the ring said it all. The thing that Mike Tyson didn't know, and it's the same thing people don't know about you, it was his heart. Because soon after we lost our mother, a few years ago, and so that's always a touching story to us. But Buster Douglas' mom used to tell everybody used to come into the hairstyle shop, my son's going to be heavyweight champion of the world. And nobody believed it except for her. She said, Lula Pearl said, my son's going to be heavyweight champion of the world. Now, no one's ever beat Mike Tyson. My son will. Well, 23 days before this fight, Lula Pearl died. Buster was down there. He tells the story that he did not want to get up, but all he could think about was his mom. So this picture right here was him actually looking up to his mom saying, we did it. And that's the heart that's in all of you that the others can't see right now. Because when Jamberry was going through it, I think the thing that made me the most upset when I saw what y'all were going through was watching the leaders that left and giving their little videos about why I'm leaving.
Yes.
I mean, that's so easy to do.
Yes.
Enjoy your fun for about 1 or 2 weeks, because in a few months, the leaders that stayed will be building a legacy.
Oh, sorry, get up there.
Emily, can you back me up before I mess this up? There we go. I want to touch on this real quick. You know, obviously, part one of all this you need is the heart. The things that are going to keep you going, the why. You've heard all the speakers talk about. I know I saw Kyle's video on ESPN where he talked about when he was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, he looked at how far he had to go and how depressed he was, but then he looked back and saw how far he had come. And when you think about how far we've come in just a few months, the camaraderie, Lisa let it off here Thursday night. First thing she did was thank the people for keeping things rolling, for the opportunity. What a great gesture. Then here Joe Mellon this morning thanking the Jamberry ladies for taking it to a new level. That's how you build camaraderie, and obviously to have a company like that join forces and hearing what all they bring to the table is really exciting. Well, in the traditional business world that I come from, and Stu and I come from, you know, you have to build brand awareness. First of all, people have to know your brand. You got to get it out there. It's not easy to do. Then the next thing you want to do is get brand preference. But in the ideal world, you get brand insistence, where you're the only brand in town, right? You're the Kleenex. You're the, whatever your brand is so accepted that that's all they know. Well, if you were starting a product, what's so great about the industry we're in right now, 50, 60 years ago, it wasn't, right? Back in the 70s, traditional business is what, and traditional advertising is what trumped everything. For instance, in 1977, I believe it was, the #1 TV show in America was called All in the Family. And it had a rating share of 34%, meaning out of 100 TVs, 34 of those TVs would be on All in the Family. So that's where you spend your ad budget, whatever the product was, and you'd have success. 20 years later, in 1994, Seinfeld was the #1 show, and it had a brand, not of 34, but of 19. So 19 out of the 100 TV shows were on that channel. Last year, or in 2017, the #1 show was Big Bang Theory, and its ratings was 5.9, less than 6. Back in 77, it had been canceled after a week. Now it's the #1 show on TV. 18 to 34 age demographic, TV is now their second screen.
Yeah.
They spend more time on their phone watching YouTube or whatever they do on the TV screen. What that means is, for traditional advertising, it's really rough. So what used to be a disadvantage in the world of network marketing or direct sales or word of mouth has now become an advantage, because traditional they can't just put a product on the TV anymore because it's too fragmented. But what you can do is trust a friend and share that information. That's the advantage we have. We know what to do, so that you can take that brand and build it like you're doing right now. So it's a great advantage you have. So you have the heart, have the vision, and have the leadership, have the pay plan, and have the structure, and have the products, and put all that together with the brand insistence. You're going to build a team that gets loyal to your brand and stays with it, just like y'all have already done. But now together we can take it to a whole new level. I like to show this picture right here of Hershey's Kisses. You know, I can drive down the road and eat these things, but you can buy these things for about $6 a pound. They're chocolate. They're chocolate people eat. And this is your typical advertisement that's put on TV. But what we offer is not that we're in love with our product. We fall in love with our customers. And by doing that, we create a whole different experience. So what we offer them is not a Hershey's chocolate, but more like a good diet. This is something you give as a gift. And if I come home with a bag of Hershey Kisses to Sue, she can be like, thanks. If I come home with Godiva, with every little chocolate's got its own little condominium. The chances are great for a more special evening. So, as I close up right here, I want to end this real quickly. I was looking for a song, just like empty song, whatever, and I came across this song, and of course, it's not music I usually listen to. I'm a church guy, so this is totally out of my usual music realm, but I studied the words to this song, and I loved it. And I told Emily, I said, Emily, I'd like to end with this, but it's 3 minutes long. And I said, it's kind of hard to keep an audience motivated for 3 minutes. And normally, I promise you, I would never even try to do this. But
Are you guys sing it for us?
I started down too early. So I'm glad they got that little table up on stage. But in any case, what I want you to do, we have everything we need to leave this place, Las Vegas, and explode this business. When Joe was showing that app today, I got so excited. I mean, when you see the app, when Absay came up with their products, with the things that are being released with Jamberry, with the end people, with everybody pulling together, it's unbelievable what we can achieve.
Yes.
And I said, for a song to play for 3 minutes, for people to jump around or stand and cheer or think of their dreams or go motivate somebody, I want you to pay attention to these lyrics for the next 3 minutes, and then we'll close. And if you want to go hug somebody, if you want to tell somebody your dreams, your goals, whatever, and believe me, for a normal crowd, you never attempt this. But I know what this crowd's like. So, I think this song sums up everything where we're facing right now, because when you're on the edge of doing something great, this is what it feels like. And like everybody said, this will be the smallest convention we'll have. Yep. And imagine being back here next year, imagine your business, because for the next 90 days, I just want to light everything on fire. I want everybody that ever doubted you, everybody even thought that put that little wedgie doubt in you, to realize what's getting ready to happen the next 90 days. So read these lyrics. If you would, everybody stand up. I want you to feel it. I want you to bring that energy to this song. You see it. Emily, I want you to crank it up good and loud. And let's experience this together as a moment to be launched the next 90 days. Here we go.
If it's the hokey pokey, I'm gonna smack him.
Mama said
She launched her own little business, and I said, I want you to be around the energy and these folks. You can't be around a better bunch of people. And I want to end with this. And I've said this before, but back in 2017, when we launched them, and you were busy building Jamberry, and I have to say, it was building their company. We all thought we all went and knocked on the door of success and was hoping it would open for us, and we'd realize our dreams. But the door didn't open. And then this past year, all the struggles all these companies are going through and all pushed through, we went pounding on that door of success, and it still didn't open. But 2019 comes in 2 months. And starting today, joining the forces with M, with Jamberry, with Abasay, BeneYou, we're through knocking, we're through pounding, and we're going to kick the son of a bitch in. Are you ready?